Everybody hear me okay? You just have to raise your hands, right? Great. Great to be here. Appreciate you coming in to learn about what we're doing across the world with our first showcase, which is Sports Illustrated Stadium, located right outside of New York City. Let me just give you some highlights on who we are as a company. So hopefully I don't need to introduce Sports Illustrated to you. 70 years, we have captured some of the most meaningful moments, an iconic brand. We mean something to you. We have a relationship with you. When you hear our name, unlike the other competitors in the space, there's a positive reaction that you'll have to us. So we look at the live events industry as an opportunity. Everybody in the room, how many people have an I Love Ticketmaster bumper sticker on the back of their car? Yeah? No? Because it doesn't exist, right? So if you think about loyalty in a $160 billion global TAM that doesn't exist after 40 years, there's an opportunity. So here comes Sports Illustrated. Trust and credibility, $2 billion of inventory, events around the world. You can buy tickets to any event. If loyalty doesn't exist and you now know that we have the same tickets to the same events, we think we can earn your business. That's where we started in 2021. In 22, we began to develop our primary platform. And the difference for everybody that's bought tickets over the years, you can buy from any company, StubHub, Viagogo, us. You're most likely getting an email from Ticketmaster. They are the primary. It is their software that runs that event. It manages that building, critically important to the live event vertical. So we built our primary, and we made the critical decision at the time to go on-chain from day one. Now, everybody in this room understands the benefits of Web3, where the future of where we think all of this is going to go, but use cases have been limited, and certainly brands of our stature haven't necessarily attached with some widespread adoption applications. So this is it. What we think we've got at Sports Illustrated Stadium, which is the former home, formerly known as Red Bull Arena, where the New York Red Bulls and Gotham FC play. It's about 20 minutes outside New York City, about 5 miles from MetLife. 25,000 capacity, concerts, sports, owned by Red Bull Global, but a venue of size and scale that doesn't exist in the entire New York market. And obviously, as you can see, for us, our first opportunity in 70 years to put our name on a building and try to impact that venue in so many different ways. And so when you see a stadium of this stature, and then you think about what are we going to do differently, it's all about engagement. And so there isn't anything unique about an insurance company putting their name on the side of a building or a bank. Fantastic sponsors, great partners to these venues, but we view this as a single largest opportunity for the brand to do something special and to do something that we believe in, which is to bring the first entire ecosystem on chain for ticketing, primary, secondary, hospitality, experiences, fan engagement across the board. So here's just some of the things that we do that are special at the stadium. Every fan that walks in gets their own Sports Illustrated cover from the game. We take pictures live as these moments are happening. A goal is scored, a big play is scored. You can go into the Red Bulls app, see your picture, put it onto a cover, walk out of the stadium with it as a memory, something special, but feels like it belongs. We have our hospitality experiences, which we do around the world. If you've been to our Super Bowl parties or our Formula One parties, this is our high-end hospitality and entertainment. On the Jumbotrons, we add content and interactive capabilities, just things that you would see from us that feels credible and authentic to help the fan have a better experience at the stadium. And then Feature, who's our partner, who's here today, defining moments. So walk around the stadium, see covers, see articles, things that are relevant to the team or to the sport. Take a QR code, scan that, and we bring up the cover, the article, and we'll show you the moment that that image happened. Just as ways that we layer in to help the fan have a better experience. They're there to watch the team. We want to make sure that they leave with something more, if it's a loss, than bad taste in their mouth. And then finally, when we talk about camera systems and ecosystems and what we can do on chain, again, just things that feel organic, a commemorative ticket. We talk about commemorative tickets all the time. This one, again, put your picture on it, walk up to a printer, take the physical copy of it, or we'll deliver it to you tokenized on chain in a wallet that we stand up for you. So all of this that you just saw, you will not see from an insurance company or a law firm or somebody else that brands a stadium or takes entitlement or wants to create an awareness or a promotion or an impression for fans. Well, you're not going to see, you're going to see it from us. And so we take a lot of care into what we do next. And for the past several years, we have looked at Web3 in a number of different opportunities. NFT ticketing, we believe, is not going to disrupt, it's going to improve. And I want to just distinguish between those terms. You hear a lot of, we're going to disrupt an industry, and founders come in with guns a-blazing, and they're going to be the ones that take over and change it forever. And there are a few industries where those examples have been successful. Uber is a great example of disrupting an industry. The live event industry does not need to be disrupted. The live event industry needs to be improved. And so how can you do that? Well, a company like us that steps in with our history and our credibility, we have a chance to do that. Doesn't mean we're going to be successful. Doesn't mean that we're going to achieve everything that we're going after, but we are going to get the look. We are going to get the resources. We're going to find partners that believe in our vision of what we can do. And all of a sudden now we walk in with the stadium, and for the global Web3 community, the first professional stadium in the world that will be on chain starting in February with every single ticket that walks in the door. So what happens next? Well, if you look at event management and what that means, and we talked about the difference between a secondary and a primary, this is a SaaS platform. List, sell, transfer, gate scan, financial reconciliation, features like season tickets and comps and all the experiential and hospitality. This is a SaaS platform. It runs an event. It manages a venue. Every stadium, arena, or festival in the world must use ticketing to manage the event. So event management on primary is critically important. This event here, you did not get in and get that badge unless you scanned in. Right? Every event must use a software platform. So our view from the beginning wasn't to build on legacy, it was to build on chain. And so that's where we started. And today, everything that you see from us feels familiar. This is not a tutorial. You don't need to be KYC'd. You're not going to get an explanation of who Sam Bankman-Fried is. You're going to walk into an event. You bought a ticket. You're there for a show or for a game. We don't need to educate you of what on-chain or NFT ticketing is. We need to get you into what you came for. So everything that you see from us, starting with who we are, trust and credibility, now looks same. I've done this. I bought tickets. I've scanned in. I go into my app. I get my barcode out. Perfect, right? Simple. Nobody's going to need to be educated. Web3 in a Web2 front end. What changes is what we do next. And I think for everybody that's here in this conference, we're all looking for that example where you've got a mainstream adoption with something that everybody uses and everybody needs, and was going to walk into a 25,000 person event, and we can all look at each other and say, that worked. We did it. This is the first. End of February will be the first series of season ticket holders, concerts, and games where every single ticket will be tokenized, will be on chain. And so, as I said just a minute ago, nothing changes, right? Not going to be, it's going to look the same, feel the same. You're going to walk in the same. But what happens next, as you know, is the ticket, which is useless to all of us. You scan in. How many people go back? Nobody goes back to the barcode. It's in your trash. It's done. In fact, it causes you anxiety. You're constantly looking for it. Am I going to get in? Did you find it? I can't find it. It literally to get into something that may be one of the greatest events of your life is the worst way to enter. So as soon as that barcode scans in, it's like relief. But then you never come back to that moment. And that's how everybody got in here. So let's use this and change this so that it improves your experience. Videos, pictures, highlights, sponsor messages, rewards, loyalty, commemorative. It's an NFT. Looks like a ticket, feels like a ticket, because it is. But it can change. It can improve the guest experience. And so everything that we do is about layering in. What can the team send to you? Well, you're coming up to the event or festival, and they're sending you out messages or highlights or information. You're at the half. You get the top 5 highlights of the game right on your phone, right in the app. What we're able to do with this ecosystem is improve that experience, delivering you something that's surprising into something that you discarded, but you hold. You have to have it, the ticket. So all of our tickets, we call them smart tickets, has these capabilities, and it's a tool for the team or the artist or the venue to use to improve your experience. One of the things that we're announcing that will be also for the industry is our first concert series. So we've got 3 major concerts that we as the promoter are bringing to the stadium in October. Major artists, you'll recognize their names when we announce. Feel free to reach out to Jake. He's got free tickets for everybody in the room. But what happens here is a 25,000 concert with 7,000 on the floor, all on chain. 3 nights in a row at a stadium that is doing all on chain. So you begin to start to see example after example of what we are about to do that we think was the right decision, gives us great flexibility, gives us great opportunities, and as Sports Illustrated, we have the voice to attach to do something like this that helps the community advance everything that we are all trying to do with on-chain opportunities and ventures. It is not missed by my team and our organization, and certainly by the global SI family, that when we attach to something like this, we recognize our responsibility. We recognize our responsibility to make the right decisions for who we've been for 70 years. We recognize the responsibility of what we put out to the market must have a level of quality. It must represent the brand. It must represent who we are. So when we made the decision to build on-chain, it was all of that mindset of how are we going to take on this responsibility and make sure that we're not like everybody else, that we can do better for the fans, that we can create opportunities that our competitors cannot. We're minting on Avalanche. Ava is a critical partner and owner of our company. Because of them, everything that you just saw is about to happen. So I would encourage you, if you're in New York, look at our events, come out to a game, come out to a concert, come see that nothing has changed. It doesn't look any different, but the ecosystem that it's sitting on, everything is going to help all of us advance all of our efforts. I appreciate all the time today. Anybody have any questions that I can answer for you? Anybody have anything they want to talk about while you can't hear anything that everybody's saying? Yeah, go ahead.
Do you guys have a secondary platform?
We do.
Okay, so that'll allow for buying and selling transactions peer-to-peer?
So secondary adoption, you bought a ticket many times. You want to sell your ticket. You could buy it from anybody. You list on StubHub via GoGo Vivid. You can't move an on-chain ticket to an off-chain ecosystem. There is no interoperability. The image of the barcode can be transferred, but as the custodian, where the tickets sit, and again, we are the custodian of that ticket. You can transfer it to your wallet. I have to validate it. You have to come back to me so that I can get you in when you gate scan. But to sell the ticket, we move interoperably between Web 3 and Web 2. So that gives us the ability to mint, issue, as the custodian, but if you want to go sell your ticket on any other ecosystem, you're able to do so.
I noticed on the slides you mentioned data partners. So are you guys selling that data to partners, or is it purely just when they sell a ticket, they have access to that data?
Yeah, only the rights holders in live events ecosystems, except for us selling your information to insurance agencies, of course, to try to make some extra cash on the side. But besides that, no, we don't ever sell data except for the team who you're there to see. They are the rights holder. You are their fan or that artist. You will get that data will be given to them. Yeah. Any other questions that I can answer for anybody? No? Great. Appreciate the time. Thank you.